Hey all, my name is Kristin Smith. I'm a 3L at Vanderbilt Law School, and today I'm going to be sharing my journey to law school in a new series that we are calling Journeys. I am one of the social media ambassadors at Vanderbilt Law School, and so I've been given a set of questions to help structure the story of my life, essentially. I grew up in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and for undergrad, I went to the University of Manitoba. But let's back up way before then because my law school story does not begin at the University of Manitoba. It begins in high school. So in high school, I basically did all the sciences because I thought I was going to be a doctor. So, AP bio, AP chemistry, regular physics. I was not about to do AP physics, but nonetheless, though, I was doing the sciences. And I was doing that with a pretty uncritical mind, to be entirely honest with you. My parents are immigrants to Canada. They immigrated to Canada from South Africa. And so I was told growing up that I had like a couple options for my career. And that's not uncommon in immigrant families. I mean, my parents did not want me to be engaged in any sort of risk taking behavior when it came to my career. I was like, that sounds fine. I'll just be a doctor. I came to realize near the end of grade 12 that I didn't want to be a doctor and I wasn't enjoying my classes. I was doing just fine, but what I never thought about it, to be honest. And when I did, I was like, maybe not. Maybe not. I graduated from my high school really not knowing. And so I went into university like undeclared essentially. Like I didn't that's not entirely true. I went into the Asper School of Business at the University of Manitoba, but I didn't really know what I was wanting to do. My parents just didn't want me to go into arts, to be honest. So I realized it was time to use my brain and to think critically about what my future could look like. And so I sat back and asked myself two questions. I said, okay, Kristin, what are you good at and what do you like? Because if you combine those two things, you might have a recipe for success, dare I say. So I asked myself what I was good at, and the answer was obvious at the time, which was public speaking and debating, because I was very active in my high school doing debate competitions. I had traveled internationally for public speaking, and so I knew that I might not have been the best debater in the room, but I was decently good. Like I had a skill. So I asked myself, what profession would I be able to put that skill set to use in? And of course, when an 18 or 19-year-old thinks of the law, they're thinking of courtrooms and trial advocacy. So I thought, heck, that seems like a pretty good fit. Then I was like, dang, the law is such a broad field. So that's when I asked myself, what do I love? And many of you could probably relate to this even now. When I was 18, 19 years old, like the most important thing to me was music. I loved pop culture. I loved music. I loved the way it made me feel. I loved the way it like lit up my dad's face and my mom's face and like how it brought people together at weddings and birthdays and like funerals, frankly, right? So I was like, I want to be a part of making that happen. And of course, my parents were not about to let me become like a music producer or something, but I know I can talk. So let's become an entertainment lawyer. That was the plan when I was around 18 or 19 years old. And I started to wholeheartedly pursue that. So I switched out of the Asper School of Business into an arts degree. I ultimately decided to major in religion and psychology. And the reason I chose those majors is because both subject areas were just really, really fascinating to me. And the advice that I was given through research and whatnot was that your undergrad degree doesn't particularly matter for law school. What you're looking to do is get a solid GPA and study something you like. There I was. I did my degree. In the middle of my degree, I actually took a year off during COVID to work in government advocacy. And so that was a really neat experience. I also used some of that time to study for my LSAT. And then when it came time to apply for law school, I was still laser focused on that entertainment law dream. So I started to apply to schools in major hub cities. Of course, being from Winnipeg, Canada, that's not really a major city for the entertainment industry. I mean, you'd be surprised. They actually film a good number of movies up there, but um, alas, I knew I needed to move. And so I applied to schools really all over the United States. I probably applied to upwards of like 20 schools because you want your safeties, you want your, pie in the sky schools. And so most of those, though, were in California and New York. Were in California and New York. Some of the oddballs, though, were Vanderbilt, because Vanderbilt is in Nashville, Tennessee. And we all know what Nashville's famous for. It's Music City. And so that prospect of attending school in Nashville really excited me. And so Vanderbilt let me in. Thank God. Seriously. And it was really a no-brainer. The reputation of the school is excellent. And I've heard it called the Harvard of the South. So that was obviously very enticing to me. But there's a reason that the law school and the school generally is so well regarded. We have such incredible faculty, such a collegial environment. Like, I've never felt like I have to look over my shoulder when it comes to competitiveness with my peers or anything like that, which was awesome. And I also knew that Vandy had great job placement. You didn't need to like stay within California or something like that. Vandy places really well into New York, California, Texas, Florida, which is where I'm going to work. So I felt very confident coming to Vanderbilt. Something that Vanderbilt's specifically opened my eyes to is the importance of a finance education in law. I found that in my first year of summering at a major law firm that I wasn't conversant enough in financial topics, and I didn't feel like law courses got me as far as I wanted to go. So, you do the natural thing, you enroll in a whole nother degree program, and so I'm doing my Master of Finance now at the Owen School of Business, Graduate School of Management, I actually think is Owen's title. In any case, though, I'm at Owen doing my Master of Finance, and that would not have been possible if I had not come to Vanderbilt. That's my whole story, dare I say. So if you have any questions at all about my journey or law school generally, please hit us up on the Vanderbilt Law Instagram, or if you want to talk to me personally, I'm at Kristin Smith 04. Have a wonderful day. Bye.